Hey, what's happening? This is Jared Chapman. Today's date is the 13th of September 2020. It is 12:05 a.m. 24 hours ago, and for a while I've had different concepts going through my mind. And last night I had some bourbon. I was sitting with a housemate on the veranda, and had a feed, and we were discussing different concepts, and I started discussing different concepts I had in my mind. Now, I just wrote the status on there so it's stored, and now I'll read it off of my Facebook. And yeah, the idea I was thinking about is I was thinking about the economy throughout history, how back in the days of old, how kingdoms and tribes, we would raid other villages so we could be closer to water, or we could be closer to like fruit plants or things like that. And then as the Bronze Age and different ages came upon us, into current age, it became about like natural resources. We had the car, we had the Industrial Revolution, about metal, who owned the steel, who owned the natural gas, who owned the oil, who owned all that, owned the world. But now it's shifted. There's been a shift, and it's become about the natural resources are more about. You still have a natural resource war, but now it's about to make it's a technological war now, and it's a symbolic war, because now we need natural resources to make electronic components, but now, after we make those electronic components, it's about informational war as well, which is more metaphoric. So it gets stored, the information gets stored in electronic components, and in a frequency, in current and voltage and electromagnetic energy. So here's what I just uploaded. As I set up the other night having some Red Label Johnny Walker, I began to vocalise my housemate different ideas I had in my head. I thought about various ideas. I then started thinking about how the economy throughout history initially was all about natural resources. A nation or uprising hegemon became powerful, and then became how much gold you had stored. It shifted somewhere along the track to this day being about technological advancements and a frequency war. The capitalism mold became a more symbolic capitalism and digitally archetyped version of itself in the modern era. What was once a solid construct we could physically hold and grasp within our hands became more of a symbolic structure now, of stored energy in the form of current, voltage, electromagnetic energy and frequency. Through there being a physical structure of the electronic components to store this information still remain. So it's strange to grasp this concept, because the natural resource war is still in order, but now it's to make the previously said components to speed up the transfer rate in this age of digitalised knowledge of information of self, thus creating a symbolic capitalism. So that's my idea. Thank you. And my little spoken word.
My wording.
On September 13, 2020. And it's from 24 hours ago, and it's from a while now. I've had these ideas in my head, but just vocalised them last night. So